today. It's the TED Show episode 11, which is crazy to me. And my guest is the bubbly, effervescent, beautiful Mary Gardner today. And we love you. And thank you for coming. Thank you for being on the show.
It's great to be here.
You look beautiful. I'm going to show you my shoes later, but we kind of match.
Yeah, we do.
You look great. You've always got that signature or something necklace on.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's butterfly today?
Today's a butterfly for freedom. And I have a new client that is a butterfly. That's his image. So
His image is butterfly?
well, he's creating a new brand, so we can chat about that. It's the butterfly, so I pulled it out of my, yeah.
I love it. No, don't think I'm ignoring you, remember.
No,
I have to
you're
look
good.
and see.
I'm going to post us
I
live
get
right
so
now.
caught up in what I'm doing that I want to talk to you, and then all of a sudden I'm not paying any attention to the people who are online.
That's the world of ADD. We all have little ADD.
It is.
So, people tune out and you just got to go with it.
So let's see if maybe Charnel can help. Charnel's here.
Hello.
See if you can get the show up with the people and the notifications. And I'll answer you guys, I swear. I promise. Today I chose not to wear a jacket, so make all your comments. I appreciate it, but it's kind of cool. It's got this thing over here. It's a Mark Echo shirt.
Very nice.
I got really cool shoes on, which I'll show you later.
Just show them.
I know, but I will bump back and then I'll mess up Charnel's. There it is.
Okay.
Thank you.
You gotta get the
Look up.
comments. Okay,
Yeah, it
okay.
takes her a long time to set up. And since she makes 45 cents an hour, we decided earlier, I got to be careful with the overtime. So Mary and I think we met at an event here. We were trying to piece that together. And then I invited you back to the club, maybe? Or
You're the reason. I've been to the club a lot, and I love Communal Citrus Club. It's fantastic.
Really?
The people here are awesome.
They are.
And then you invited me to come and sit down with David Wood, one of the membership directors, to come and talk about membership.
Yes.
And I just never thought about it before. And I love it. And so I have you to thank that I'm here.
Well, I'm happy you're here. Oh,
Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
So, and the reason that it's so good for people like us, and really for anybody, but you can come in, use it as your office, have private events, come in and hear as long as you want, spend as much time as you want.
Exactly.
And you listen to my advice on that, and that's what you do.
I did.
Because then you don't have any buyer's remorse.
And you know what? The one thing that I did was use the club more as a social outlet, not for business. I've gotten a lot of business out of it, but I didn't come here with the intention to meet people for business. I bring people here to do business, and then through the networking, I've actually gotten a lot of clients. But that's not why you come here. It's not give my card and what can you do for me. It's really everybody's generous. Everybody is here to be professional and to support each other.
We all do support each other. Hi Donald, thank you. No jacket. Yeah, no jacket today. But look, you can see this. It's pretty cool. Anyway, enough about me. So
Hey, it's all about you, always.
The TED Show. Oh my God, my kids are going to kill me. So we had the meeting, fell in love with you, thought what you do and your story, not just your personal, but your business story is amazing. And then you really started to utilize the club, but what you do is unique, in my opinion. So tell people a little bit about Mary Gardner Communications LLC, and it's marygardner.com. And at the end of the show, we're going to have something special from Mary, and I'll tell you that when we get there.
Exactly. All right, well, I'm so excited. When I saw Ted was doing the show, I ran over and said, I have to be a part of it. I was so blown away and so excited that you're doing this. Because I really think that the community, bringing the community together is now where people's attention are.
I agree.
Actually, they've done studies, and people are most fascinated by where they spend their time with their families and then with their immediate circles. So what's happening in our world right now is that people are becoming less fascinated with Hollywood and more fascinated with local people. So what you're doing right here is offering an opportunity to introduce local people to the community.
Because we have so many amazing people like you in our community, and I'm blessed to be able to meet thank you, Lewis. I get to meet them on a daily basis. So my whole thought process for the show, and I've said it a million times, is nobody really knows what I do, so I'm working on that. But I get to meet all of you, and they don't. They don't get to see
This is what you do, Ted. You're a connector.
This is what I do.
This is
Yeah,
your
I'm a
show.
connector.
Absolutely.
It is.
Well, the thing that probably most of you probably know is that if you come to the club, you already were the hub. You already had a community of people. And if you there's always people that are fascinating and interesting and that you want to be a part of. And that is you in this little corner.
I did not pay her to say that.
That's always been your brand anyway. And so you add a lot of fun, mystique, and intrigue to the club. And so that is why this show is going to be an enormous success, which is why I have to be a part of it.
I'm so, and first you're 11, and you said 11 is a special number.
Well, you know, if you ever heard of angel code, yeah, it's like, you know, make a wish on 11. It's angel codes, you know.
So this is perfect for you.
Yes, it is perfect.
All right,
one of my emails is mary.gardner11.
That's right. That's actually your Instagram.
Yes. It's my Instagram.
Yeah, I noticed.
Mary Gardner.
All right, so I want to spend time on you, and that's about me for now. So let's talk about you and your business. So how did you? So I didn't remember until today that you were a QVC online spokesperson.
Not online, on TV.
Yeah, on TV is what I meant.
Yes.
So she was one of those people that we love to watch for hours and hours every day.
Yeah, exactly.
So is that how you got into what you're doing now? Is it like a stepping stone?
So I'll give you a quick rundown. Went to Auburn University, and then I worked on Capitol Hill for Senator Paul Axel. He was Reagan's best friend. And then I became a celebrity lecture agent at one of the country's largest celebrity firms, Kepler Speakers.
A celebrity lecture agent.
Yes,
so you book celebrities to go around and speak.
Yes, to speak. So I did that for 7 years, and then I started a public relations firm, and I helped people become speakers, write books, go on book tour, just really become more, you know, out there in the public. And so that started my coaching business, and I owned and operated one of the first coach training businesses in the United States.
Wow.
There was Coach University, then there was one in San Francisco, and then my company, the Coaches Certification Institute. And so we basically trained coaches how to become coaches, and simultaneously I was a TV spokesperson. So I did QVC. They would call me in, and I would do like luggage bags or.
Did you sell all the good food, or in the kitchen with David, or whatever?
I got to know all of it. Like Rick Delmeyer, hi Rick, you're a friend of mine. His friends.
My daughter's gonna love them. She's in the kitchen with David, or is that HSC? I don't know.
Oh no, I think
that's David. He's on QVC.
I think so. Yeah, but Rick and I are friends, and I helped several of them get agents and things like that. So I also was a connector. So I did QVC for years, and then I became a TV spokesperson. So I traveled around the country to different TV shows, much like yours, but they were on the news channels.
They were on real. They
not
were not on all cable like I'm on.
It was all on news channels, and I would show different products. I was a lifestyle reporter, and I did reporting and anchoring in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I had a little bit of a TV background in it, and because I was a celebrity agent, that kind of probably helped a little bit. And then I started coaching, and I just really have loved the coaching, and I do a lot of speaking and workshops and things like that to help people bring out their natural fascination and charisma. And
because people don't know, that's one thing I've learned in the very long term of 11 episodes that we've had, is that just because somebody has an interesting story doesn't mean that they know how to get it out there or tell it.
That's right.
And sometimes if you're pulling it out of them,
like,
maybe you need help with that, and that's where you would come.
I absolutely
like I had and I love him, and I've talked about him several times. Farouk Khan was on here, who's a Bollywood producer. Used to being behind the scenes, and when I had him on the show, he's like, I've never been in front of the camera before. But he had such a great story to tell, and so that's what you do. You find them, figure out what their story is, and then that's how you promote them or help them promote themselves.
Yeah, so I've worked with a lot of celebrities, people that are, maybe they were an Olympian, or maybe they were an NFL player, and maybe, or it's an executive. I work with a lot of left-brain introverts who are very private, and so that's one of the things, they don't want to tell their whole story. So I help them find signature stories that will then make a point, and we create metaphors and things like that. So they then have an authenticity. We're living in a world where people, they have to be believable. If you
can see through it.
You can see through people immediately. We've got the blink factor. It takes just 3 seconds to create a first impression. If you make a bad first impression, it takes 5 hours to overcome it. So you have to be able to not have that anxiety. You've got to be who you are in today's world.
People can smell it, right? I can tell when somebody's being inauthentic. Is that the right word? Unauthentic.
Inauthentic.
There we go. And you can see, and certainly you can't pull that off here. I couldn't even if I tried. David Pamala says he has to talk to you.
I would love to talk to you, David.
Charisma, very important.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
right, David.
People will pay a lot of money to be fascinating. So I'll give you a couple of tips. I mean,
Please do.
Yeah, so some of the people, I just got back from New York City, and I worked in the Canadian firm. I worked with executives to become polished, inspirational leaders. And we're becoming a very integrated, very diverse workforce. The Asian culture is very polite compared to maybe our culture. We are loud, we can be abrasive. So when you are with another person, you want to model their behavior. So in order not to intimidate or to be too abrupt, when you sit down with someone, you want to connect with them in the eyes and match their body. If they're sitting like this, if they're sitting like this, if they're like this, you want to match it a little bit in order for them to feel comfortable in your
They'll
presence.
pick up on it immediately if you don't, right?
Right. I mean, it's very, very subtle. It's not mimicking. It's just matching and mirroring. And it allows someone to feel comfortable. And one of the individuals that I just worked with was just, wow, like this, you know.
We know a lot of those people.
And I said, you have to reel in your energy. Our energy, if you're an introvert, you've got to learn to exude energy. If you are an extrovert and like this all over the place and you're too anxious, you're going to repel people.
Yes.
And so in order to attract people and make people feel comfortable, you've got to learn to manage that energy. If you have too much, you've got to exercise. You've got to be able to get it out through wine.
I was going to say exercise. That's one of those ing action verbs. I don't do.
It's and journaling is a good way to get it out. If you are an introvert and you want to have more, one of the universal ways, according to Amy Cuddy, she's a sociologist, it's a TED Talk. Hold your arms up this way for 2 minutes. It creates a.
What do you do? Hold your arms up?
It's in the victories. It's in the victory.
That hurt. I must have burned 400 calories doing that. Sorry.
So it's about getting yourself, Tony Robbins, he'll go out and he'll be, yes, and get himself really psyched up before you go into an important meeting because you want to be heard. And so I work with people.
That's what people want, right?
Yes.
Isn't that like the basic need? I've read a whole bunch of books on this. They want to be heard.
Yes.
Whatever that means to them and whatever way it means, they want to feel like they're being heard.
Yes. Mary Kay Ash said, imagine every person has a sign around them that says, make me feel important.
That's powerful. Wow. That's powerful.
So I mean, that's what I do. I help people that are on stage that want to create a great presence with whether they're writing speeches or whether they have an important message to get out. I help them write the speeches. In workshop format, I help people do team building and come together and to work together to teach coaching skills and things like that. So
what's your most challenging person? Is it an introvert? That's because you're having to, they have so many different reasons why or different types of introverts, I imagine, or levels. And so what's your most challenging person to work with? Or is it the person who's loud and doesn't shut up like me?
Somebody who's coachable is always the best. And so whether they are really an introvert or an extrovert, it doesn't matter to me. As long as they're coachable. I've met a lot of people who just know it all. And
that must be difficult.
And I'll say, may I give you some advice? I've had to tell people what you're wearing is too provocative. So let me tell you what's going on behind the scenes, what the men are thinking about you. Oh, wow. The women are thinking, my husband's not going to be around you. And the men are thinking, oh, wow, I'd like to. But they're not thinking that you're professional in the business sense.
Correct.
So that's something I've had to tell people. I had to tell somebody one time, the reason why you're not getting a job is because you are.
Tell me, please. I'm going to need another drink, I have a feeling.
I said you look like an alcoholic, not you.
Oh, God, she is not talking about me.
I am not talking about Ted. You do not look like an alcoholic. This guy had, he looked like an alcoholic. I said, you're a risk. And so I said, you're a former athlete, but right now your image is that you look like an alcoholic. And so what happened was he couldn't get a job, and HR company hired me to work with him, and nobody had the guts to tell him that. And so within 3 weeks, he went and lost 15 pounds, no joke. And he was able to then secure a job interview and got a job in another state making $200,000 more than he made here. It was just somebody being honest with him. I've had to tell somebody recently, you are trying to be an executive and you are chewing with your mouth open. And I'm seeing everything that you're
small things like that,
it's
but
really
we all notice it, and people don't think we do.
Yeah, exactly.
I notice it. Like I even notice there's somebody that I've worked with recently, and they bite their nails to the quick, and I don't know why or what the reason is. And I used to be a nail biter, so I'm not judging any nail biters out there. But I couldn't get past that in the discussion, because when you're using your hands, I have no choice but to look at the nails all the time, and all I can think about is, I don't like that. It's not appealing to me. And then what we do, I think, as humans, is we go, oh God, if that's not appealing, I don't want to deal with the rest of it.
Yeah. And you know what, Ted? I tried to get my nails done today.
Oh, do you? I wasn't looking at your nails. I'm not the alcoholic. You're not the nail person. So
no, I do have my nails, but it's time to go get them done, so I apologize. No, you're right. It is little tiny things, and when you're dealing with professionals, it's the nuances that really, really matter. And I also, what I love to do is help people understand what their greatness is. So I will, like one of my clients was Mark Kelly, the astronaut, married to Gabby Giffords. And he kept making these little funny jokes. I was like, Mark, you're funny. You're really funny. But he had spent years being the commander, and he was in space, and he was really serious. But I said, no, you're funny. We got to bring that out. So I help people understand you've got a soft side, and you've got compassion, and you're heart-driven. Like for you, you love your children.
I do.
And that is something that is part of who you are, and that would be something I would bring with you at every show, because it shows your heart, like you've said, and Charnel said, this is a heart-driven show. And really, if you just minimize those little deficits and just kind of get rid of them a little bit and really capitalize on your strengths, people are going to find you fascinating, and you're going to feel more connected to people. And what makes people connected is finding jobs or a job that really creates flow, where you forget the time, that they have a community of people that support you, and that your needs are met. It's very, very basic of what brings happiness. And so we don't have to have millions and millions of dollars to have happiness. It's really very, very simple. And so anyway, that's what I kind of help.
I believe that. I think that people are so focused. We live in a crazy world, which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
But I think people are so focused on what they think should make them happy instead of what really does make them happy. I think people have forgotten how to get in touch with what it is. I don't even know if they know, but they think they know because they've been told, or the TV tells them, or the world tells them.
You know what's it? I agree with that. And we think, oh, the bigger house we have. Actually, studies have showed if you have a really, really massive house, you have a higher case of divorce. I just went to New York City, and I rented an Airbnb. I was like, I'm going to stay in Harlem.
How was it?
It was amazing.
Was it? I bet it was.
All right, so I stayed with these 20-something-year-olds in Harlem, and they were Caucasian, and they had an African-American friend, which was like, oh, this is so fun. When you get out of the cab, it's Harlem, man. It is really different. And so it was a little bit shocking and over-sensory low, because there was lots of music. We go upstairs, it's a 5-story, 5
no
flights
elevator.
up. No elevator. But we spent the evenings, it's a communal home. They have 4 bedrooms, and so they have people, they're artists, they were filmmakers, they were dancers, they're doing great things in the world. And I think communal living is where it's at. Because they came together every night, they made dinner together, we had conversations. I am telling you, it was the most fun. We were not the same age bracket at all, but at the end, we all felt so connected.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, I loved it. It was so great. And then just having conversations with people in the neighborhoods, going out to, little delis and restaurants and connecting with people. I think a lot of people, we've got our headsets on and we're not connecting.
We're not. I feel like there's a whole world that people are missing on the connection part, so that's very cool that you actually brought that together, or that house allowed that to happen.
Yeah.
Being communal for a lot of people is just being on the phone or being in the same chat room, or there's not a lot of one-on-one personal connections. I mean, that's all I do all day long, so I feel very blessed. But Oops, hold on, let's see.
Yeah.
There we go. Vic Colazo says, driving and listening, great stuff, and I love her. I need to fix that. She's been introduced to you. Let's see if we're something. Oh, here we go. Are we still filming? Yes.
Yeah.
So, Miss Charnel, she's here. Oh, we got 20 minutes, but we still have plenty of time. Something's like funny with this, but I think you can still see me live on there. Who knows? It could be the connection. That's the great part about an $8.99
$8.
We doubled.
We were at $4.
We're gonna, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. I've got 2 announcements to make at the end. But I do want to talk a little bit about personal, because you have a personal story.
I do.
And I think it's, I mean, if you're comfortable with it, and I always ask everybody, if you're coming on the show and you don't feel comfortable, I'm not one of those people that will flash you or catch you off guard. Because I feel like if it's your story, it's yours to tell when you're ready to tell it.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's really sweet and generous. And I am pretty much an open book.
You are.
I've had, I was kind of one of those early stars. I did well in school and enjoyed myself and never had any issues, and had a successful career, and then ended up having a child that had sensory processing issues. So I worked on Wall Street as a trainer at Goldman Sachs, and I had a coach training company, and life was good. I always prided myself. I was like the fastest New Yorker walker, down the street, and so then life slowed me down, and we went through 9/11 in New York City, and that was really, really difficult. And my ex-husband and I moved out of there afterwards. And then when my son was a couple of years old, we started noticing that he was having a lot of problems putting on clothes and shoes, and he was premature. He was a premature baby. I know now probably I had allergic to gluten. I was probably had food allergies that I didn't realize. So now I'm gluten-free, and that's really helped a tremendous amount of things. And so my son ended up having, as a result, some focus issues, and it's been a journey to get both of us, because I think going through 9/11, and I think all people that went through that had I probably had post-traumatic stress.
I'm sure you did.
And
because you were there.
Yeah, so really, I've tried to help a lot of families and myself get the brain balanced, and so a lot of years I went undercover and just really helped my son and tried to work. It was hard being, having some difficult things at home and being out there trying to be, I'm fantastic.
Right.
But I really was just hanging on by a thread for so long. And,
That's such a great point. I'm going to stop just for a second, because I think a lot of people would look at somebody like you and look at other people and think, I could never have it together. And I think people judge themselves based on that, which is so unfair, because they have no idea what you're going through, and then that puts undue amount of pressure on them to be quote-unquote perfect like they think you are. And Facebook is a big, I love Facebook, don't get me wrong, but it's a big, any social media, a big culprit of that, right? Because you look at the posts, and you look at, like, Mary's got it all together, and oh my God, she looks amazing, and she runs a business and has a son, and who has maybe special needs, I'm not sure if that's the exact word, and I can't even hold a job down, and so they judge themselves.
Yeah, well, I've been fired from 3 jobs because I couldn't really hold a job down because my needs at home were too great. We had a lot of dietary needs, so I had to cook things. We were gluten-free early on, so we had to make our own bread. Now that's so much easier. You can buy stuff. My son now is fantastic.
He's doing well. There's a big story at the end of that.
Amazing. He went from being like over hyper to really being chill, and he's now a singer, and because we had dietary needs, and we went gluten and dairy free early, and I'll tell you all the things we did. We went gluten and dairy free. We did no nitrates in the meat, no food dyes, no high fructose corn syrup. We did mostly organic when we could. We did filtered Kangen water, so it was alkaline water. We did magnets. We did biomedical testing and nutraceuticals, so not medicine, but vitamins, which I'm a big believer in supplements. I help people with supplements. And I got on a product that I would like to also, if people are interested, I would really like to promote the E3 Live Brain On. I can get you a discount if you email me at mary@marygardner.com. It will change your life. It is a product that basically it's PEA that we have in our brain. There's PEA in chocolate, and there's PEA in this product. It comes from Willamette Lake, Oregon, and it's blue-green algae. But what they do is they extract the magenta, they put it back in, and then you take it like it's frozen, and you put it in orange juice. You take it like a shot. But what happens is you go from
my language.
You go from here to here.
Wow.
That's what happens. You all of a sudden become happy. It's a happy pill. And people have asked me, do you get addicted to it? Yes. You get addicted to feeling really happy.
Is it on your site, or they just need to email you?
Yeah, email me. I will have it on my site.
So it's Mary@marygardner.com.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping you guys can still, like, I can't see. Is it still on?
It's still on.
Oh, good. So we just can't see. So I can't see your comments, but I promise you I will comment back. Maybe Mary can take a look.
Yeah, maybe go to my site. So, okay. I've got
yeah, there's a lot, and unfortunately the connection up here can be a challenge. One of the interesting things about the club. So yeah, Mary@marygardner.com.
Yeah, so I mean, I just went to New York, and everybody that I talked to, like 3/4 of people are on depressives. And so we're all walking around like, hee, and really inside they go home and they're in the fetal position.
Correct.
So you need to balance your brain. It's like I tell people every day, we brush our teeth every day, you need to balance your brain every day. And so you can do neurotransmitter support, you can go to Whole Foods or Chamberlain's or wherever you go, and omegas are really important for your brain. So spending more time on your brain balance is important for mental health.
When you're coaching people, do you also include the whole picture, like your TikTok?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because if you only deal with the mental side of it and aren't dealing with the body,
absolutely.
Yeah, you can't.
No, people are so rushed. They don't have enough time. They're trying to carve out time for a marriage, for children, for a family, for keeping their house together. And the one thing that billionaires do, they spend like 20 minutes a day. They meditate.
Meditate, right?
They meditate.
Everything I've ever read, that's what they all do.
They meditate. I'll tell you 3 things. They meditate. So prayer, scriptures, writing in a journal. There's an exercise that's called Stream of Consciousness Flow, and I tell people it's just like a journal exercise. You sit down with your journal, and I start with gratitude. That's what I think puts you in a really good place. You start with gratitude. I'm so happy that I have, if you do 5 points of gratitude every day, you'll put your brain in a happier place.
Correct.
And then you sit down and you say, what do I hear? What do I hear is I'm sitting here on the TED show and I'm having a fabulous time, and Charnel is here helping us in the moment. What do I mean in the moment? Well, and then you ask yourself, what do I mean? What do I mean? What do I mean? And what happens is you get 30 minutes of dialogue inside your subconscious that is so brilliant. If you have to solve any problems, it's a great exercise that you can get answers immediately.
Do you put that on? Is that on your? Can people email you and ask you about that as well?
Oh, sure, they can.
Mary@marygardner.com.
And thirdly, I do think that because we've got so much stress, that doing stretching like yoga, and yoga is very simple to do.
I think I have the pants for that.
You do. I bet you'd be so cute in yoga pants.
That's scary. That's a whole scary topic.
Listen, men don't do it as much as women, but I'm telling you, in my yoga class, these 70-year-old women rock their bodies.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, it's a great exercise, and it clears up if you have digestive issues or if you have any kind of congestion or anything. Afterwards, you're hacking up a lung. I mean, I'm telling you, it clears you out, it detoxes you, and you feel fantastic.
Everybody I've ever talked to who does that says the same thing.
It is. It's so simple. It's so simple, and you think, oh, yoga. It's not. It's just simple exercises that keep your body stretched. And what happens at night, like you'll be laying there and you'll turn this way and your back will go cracking, and you're like, oh, that feels so good.
Because you're stretching. Yoga is basically a lot of stretching moves.
Yes, but it's breathing too, and so it's energy medicine is what it is. So, yeah, we did energy medicine in our family, too. There's another simple thing people can do is go outside and walk barefoot on the grass or on cement for 10 minutes a day. And that helps
I've heard that as well.
It's energy, and it just helps you kind of...
You do that, Charnel? I saw you...
Walk? I walk? Yes,
She
I
walks.
walk.
Charnel's trying to figure out why my
I walk in
computer's not
circles,
working.
She walks in circles.
God bless her. She's trying to figure it out. All right, so I've got a couple of things. First of all, today was awesome.
Oh,
thank you.
My goodness.
It went by fast, right?
Oh.
We're way past 25, 30 minutes.
Are you serious?
We're at 30.
Oh my
We're at
30.
gosh.
So a couple
David
of things.
Merritt is watching.
I know, isn't that sweet? I love David
and Tim,
Merritt.
and Tim.
So a couple of things. I want to start a quick little new thing that we're going to do on the show every day. Is give a bottle of wine away. That's why the budget's doubled from $4.99 to, I don't know, $8.99. The first person who answers the question correctly from yesterday's show, that's how we'll work it. So I had Nicole Dupre on here from Opera del Sol yesterday. Have you met her? She's amazing.
Yeah.
And so she said that they're going to launch their first opera at a very cool location. So if you're the first person, and I can't see it right now, but it'll track, where are they doing the launch? What's the physical location? So it'll come in. So pay attention to Mary and what Mary said today. And so tomorrow you could win a
Probably
nice
he's going to talk about Brain On tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know what I can't even. There's so many topics I could talk about. Could be QVC for all I know.
Oh, yeah, QVC.
But Mary is kind enough, as part of something to offer to you as our guests today. She's going to offer something special for the first 5 people who comment, and I'll let her go ahead and say it. I can track the comments here. They come in, they're timed. So let Mary go ahead and tell you what she is kind enough to offer.
Awesome. Okay, guys. What's important right now in our society of ADD, and everybody is so busy, and everybody is like trying to grab your attention on social media. So what you need to do is you need to become more charismatic, more fascinating, and in order to become more popular or more powerful or more influential in your career, in your industry, and in your community, what I am offering right now is 5 different people, free 1.5-hour sessions.
That's amazing.
I'm so excited to meet you guys and to help you. Little things like what Ted does with his outfits, show your shoes.
Oh yeah.
The shoes. Ted has a brand of shoes, and these Ferragamo shoes. Ferragamo shoes, size 10 and a half.
They're probably, who knows? I stole them from somebody 10 and a half.
Which match my shirt today.
They're
beautiful.
Merlot.
He's actually a size 9,
which means I can get any shoe. So if you're listening out there and want to give me a
size 9 to so your personal brand is really important, and your personality. I know a friend that does high fives with people. A lot of the younger generation says, I'm a hugger, and that becomes a part of their brand. Your clothes can become a part of your brand, your jewelry. So I want to share with you that I can help you kind of create who you are, maybe in the marketplace, and maybe ideas for articles to write. Maybe they're going to do something to like do a show like what you're doing, or a podcast. So I'm a brainstormer. My brain works really fast. I'm very creative, and love to help you guys. So 5 people.
First
really
5.
Excited. First 5 for half an
hour.
They'll
catch it. It'll be caught on there. So just say, Mary, I'm in, and we'll take the first 5.
Yeah, so email me, also mary@marygardner.com, and we'll talk on the phone, we'll get on Skype, or we'll meet here at the club.
We could.
And,
I'll provide the wine.
Yeah, and see Tom. Yeah, so Ted's having a
So thank you so much.
Thank
that
you
was
so much
awesome.
for having me.
I love you to pieces.
Love you too.
I love you guys. And tomorrow we have Aaron Luden is on. He's going to talk about branding and all sorts of fun stuff. So thank you guys. Love you.
Bye guys.
Bye.